Happy 2018! So one of my New Year's resolutions is to start uploading regularly on this channel. I could say it again, but I really haven't ever done that, so I'm gonna see if I can do it now. I'm gonna try maybe like once a month if I can achieve that. So we'll see how well that goes. So today I'm going to do a book haul because I haven't done one in probably about a year. That is long overdue and I constantly buy books. We have a few, but not too many, just a few. We'll start with a really good, pretty one, which is Philip Pullman's The Book of Dust. So I read the prequels, I mean they're not prequels, but as in the series he wrote 15 years ago, called His Dark Materials. The main character in that was Lyra Belacqua, I think her name is. I'm not entirely sure what the idea for this is, but I know it's set in the same universe, so I assume that'll be Cambridge, but I kind of parallel Cambridge because we all have, well, they all have half their soul in a form called demon, and as you get older this demon takes different forms of animals, and then once you hit, I think 18, something like that, then it stops changing forms and you get your permanent demon in whichever animal reflects your personality. So I think this goes back in time before Lyra, but anyway, I'm really excited because I thoroughly enjoyed that trilogy when I read it at about 12. I'm actually rereading the trilogy now so that I can then read this after. I think there's going to be more than one as well, seeing as we've got volume 1 labelled down here. Stickers are literally the worst. Why do people put stickers on books? Oh, I'm ripping it now. Okay, I'm just going to cover it up because it looks so bad. So the next book is Into the Water by Paula Hawkins. This is another book by the same writer of The Girl on the Train, which if you haven't read is really good, or you could just watch the film, which was also really good. I'm not gonna lie, I have no idea what it's about, but my mum gave me it after she'd finished reading it. So the blurb says, in the last days before her death, Nell Abbott called her sister. Jules didn't pick up the phone, ignoring her plea for help. Now Nell is dead. They say she jumped and Jules has been dragged back into the one place she hoped she'd escaped from for good. Basically it's some sort of murder mystery again. Then we have Waking God, Sylvain Neuvel. This is the second in a trilogy. The trilogy is called The Themis Files. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. It says it there, so take that how you will. I bought the first one, Sleeping Giants, because the cover was basically exactly the same as this but a different face and some slightly different colouring. It wasn't green, but they had the dark and the sparkly, and it just really caught my eye, and I love anything sci-fi and anything a bit scary. I haven't actually read the first one because I have a serious amount of books to read, as you could probably see, but when I saw this in Waterstones I thought, well, I'm gonna have to buy it eventually anyway, so I'll get it now. Next is Sleeping Beauties by Stephen King and his son Owen King. I believe it's about a woman who is in a female prison and something basically like infects every woman on the planet, I think, and turns them into like pods, sort of like the middle stage of a caterpillar to a butterfly, and then when they wake I'm pretty sure they're monsters or something, and this woman isn't affected, so she's in the middle of a female prison. I suppose she gets into a bit of a pickle. I picked up these two second hand. They are called Dead of Night and Fall of Night, and they're both by Jonathan Marbury. Basically, I've never read a zombie novel, even though I love anything zombie, so when I saw them I thought, okay, these can be my first, I suppose. This is number 1, this is number 2. I actually can't read this because there's another bloody sticker. A prison doctor injects a condemned serial killer with a formula designed to keep his consciousness awake while his body rots in the grave. Sounds like a stupid idea. But all drugs have unforeseen side effects. Before he can be buried, the killer wakes up. Hungry, infected, contagious. This is the way the world ends, not with a bang, but a bite. Oh, I just got really excited reading that blurb. The Day of the Triffids by John Wyndham. I actually watched a TV adaptation years ago of this and I thought it was the craziest thing, but I really liked it. It's basically about a sort of apocalyptic world. These plants called the Triffids take over and it is, like I said, an apocalyptic world. Think of Jumanji, where they get the turn where those plants have a mind of their own. I mean, I know plants do kind of have a mind of their own, but they literally are like killing machines. And yeah, I thought it was short, so I would give it a read. Lastly, I have one of my favourite book to film adaptations, which is The War of the Worlds by H.G. Wells. Obviously, I've watched the film, it's one of my favourites ever with Tom Cruise. That is set in America though. Interestingly enough, this is set in Victorian England. So it's in a completely different time and it is in a completely different country. I guess it will be really interesting to read. Interesting fact, I actually won this on a Goodreads competition. So enter them because apparently somebody wins and I won this one. And yeah, I never win anything, so I was pretty surprised, but also very happy. If you haven't watched the film, the general gist is these big machines called the tripods come out of the ground. This is what happens in the film anyway, and they've been there for thousands of years and they all have a little alien in and they zap all the humans because they're trying to, you know, eradicate us. Well, thank you for watching and I guess I will see you in my next video, which hopefully won't be in 7 months' time. Bye guys!